Every relationship has its disagreements, but experts say it's not whether couples fight that matters, it's how they fight. Learning to communicate through conflict can make all the difference in building a stronger relationship. And joining us now is Muzik, relationship repair expert and founder of Love at First Fight, here to explain why even the happiest couples argue. Bruce, welcome to Live in the Bay.
Hi, Jessica. It's great to be here.
It's so happy to have you. I'm excited to talk about this. Let's start first about your title, relationship repair expert. How did you get into this?
Well, you know, my favorite definition of an expert is someone who's made every mistake in the book and then learned from their mistakes. That's exactly how I got into it. I had a failed first marriage, which inspired me to want to learn about relationships. And that led to me starting Love at First Fight. And we've helped over 50,000 couples in the last decade turn their relationships around.
Incredible, because I think communication is obviously key to that. And not everyone knows how to communicate in a way that is going to help their relationship grow. Sometimes we're tearing it down. So why do you say that the happiest couples still argue, but it's not necessarily the argument that's the problem?
Well, the happiest couples argue because if you stop arguing, you're probably not talking about the important things, and that's not good. But it's not conflict that is really an issue. It's the absence of conflict that's an issue. And what's really important is repair. That's what counts.
All right, so we're going to dive into some of this. So what's some of the biggest communication mistakes that couples make during an argument?
I think the biggest communication mistake couples make is actually communicating before they feel safely connected to each other. So when you're angry and you're upset and you start talking, good things are probably not going to come out of your mouth. The trick is to start to connect first and then communicate afterwards.
Okay, so communicating after you make that connection is really, really important.
Exactly.
Okay, perfect. And then one simple technique that couples can use today to de-escalate an argument.
I think the easiest thing you can do is listen to your partner, like truly listen. Say, honey, tell me what's on your heart. And then repeat back to them what they say so that they know you've understood. I don't mean word for word, like parrot fashion. Just share with them. Oh, so what you're saying is that you're really struggling because I'm always on my phone and you feel unimportant. Did I get that? You do that, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, you got that. I feel heard. I feel understood. I think more than anything, human beings want to feel understood.
Yes. What about when in reciting that back to them, you're making them feel understood, but what if the partner really feels like they have a point to still get to and that they want to make sure is heard? You know, what about when they're kind of going back and forth like that? Who wins in that situation? Okay,
so the trick here is one person speaks at a time, and you've got to agree to do that beforehand. So you say, honey, can we have a conversation about this topic? And we'll go one person speaking at a time. And when that person says they're finished, then the other person responds. Otherwise, you end up backing and forthing and talking over each other, and that usually doesn't turn out well.
So you got to stay on kind of one topic at a time, resolve that one, and then you can move to the next partner's point or the next point from the same partner.
Yes, one topic at a time and one person speaking at a time. And that takes practice.
Yeah, a lot of practice, I'm sure. What is the way that you can turn conflict into connection instead of resentment?
I think the easiest way to turn conflict into connection is to take some time before you start speaking and actually give each other a hug. Tell each other what you appreciate about the other. Say, I love you, and then go into the conversation, because then you're going to the conversation feeling warm and open, and that's when you can speak kindly without having to try.
Okay, so kind of establishing again that connecting, that start with the positive, start with we know we love each other, get each other all warm and fuzzy, and then you move on to the harder topics after that.
You got it.
What is the reoccurring thing that you see from the couples that you work with that is time and time again, we're seeing this repeated in many couples that they're having trouble with?
Yeah. I think most of the time it looks like they're having trouble with the common stuff. The money, the parenting together, the sex life in the bedroom, whatever it is. But usually that's actually not what's really going on underneath. That's just the surface topic. Underneath, it's usually a question of, can I trust you? Am I safe with you? Have you got my back when it counts? And so couples often end up arguing about the wrong thing. They're having a conversation about parenting. It's not about parenting. It's about safety and connection. And so what I guide couples to is having the conversation about what's underneath.
Yes, and how do you kind of get to that underneath stuff? What's the key there?
You've got to be curious about your partner and ask them questions. Say, honey, tell me how come you feel that way? What's really going on for you underneath that? And then listen rather than getting defensive and defending yourself.
Yes. Okay. Very, very fascinating. I'm sure that, you know, there is so much work that you can always continue to do. And I love how you're bringing all of the examples of the couples that you have worked with to the masses to help everyone else. I want to point out the free masterclass that you are offering. You know, tell me about that.
So it's called From Conflict to Connection. And the idea is you watch the masterclass 90 minutes long, and I'm going to teach you some powerful tools for how to connect first before you actually communicate later. And they're all in the masterclass. It's completely free, and they can watch it at loveatfirstfight.com.
Okay, amazing. If people want to get more information about you or maybe possibly even work with you, how can they do that?
They can go to our website, loveatfirstfight.com, and all of my socials are Bruce Muzik, spelled M-U-Z-I-K.
Okay, Bruce, thank you so much. I really enjoyed having you here. This is such helpful tips to everyone. Communication is key, right, for all of these happy relationships.